We wanted to pick a super Halloween-y topic, so we're answering the question, is home birth messy? Yes, it is. Hi, welcome to Well-Rounded Mama's YouTube channel. We're so grateful that you could join us. If you like our video today, like, subscribe, hit the bell, do all of the things. Today, I'm joined by Tori and Sarah, and I'm Sherry, and we are answering the question of, is home birth messy? Now, I know I jokingly say yes, but that's only because bodily excrement is involved in birth.
Bodily fluids. Just some fluids.
There's some sweating, some amniotic fluids, some mucus,
some blood,
some poop,
sometimes some poop.
some pee,
You know, Sarah, I wasn't
some
gonna say anything, but it's true.
The fact is, poop is involved in birth quite a lot.
Our job deals with poop a lot. How does that make everybody feel?
I have been all of the things, like all the excrement we just described. Those things have all been somewhere on my physical persons, not belonging to me.
No! No!
So it's more messy for us, if we're being real honest.
I feel like that's true. I feel like
true,
we
too.
take one for the
dirty
team.
jobs.
I've always thought that. I always thought the tub company should be on dirty jobs.
Ooh,
That
the
would be
tub
a good
cleanup
one.
is the
That would be a good one.
Yeah.
Because sometimes there's a soup in there that's been approved.
Oh, hell no!
Ooh, that's a good Halloween thing. Woo-hoo. It's like a cauldron of juices.
Birth juices.
Everybody always seems to be super worried.
Mm-hmm.
One of the things I actually wanted to tackle, I thought in this video, was people are always like, at home, like, is your house sterile? Yeah, it's more sterile than a hospital. They bring
Yeah.
up like, oh, a
At
hospital's
least you don't
sterile.
have MRSA at the hospital. Like, your home is.
You're not going to catch hepatitis in your own home.
That'd be
I
weird.
hope.
That'd be weird if you did.
But we do get that question. And honestly, we're the outside environment coming in as your birth team. And so it's our job to make sure that we are sterile and our hands are sterile and the things we touch and the procedures we're following. But your house is totally used to you. So if your bacteria lives there, then
It's probably good for your baby. Honestly.
your baby's aware of it already. So we think that giving birth at your home is actually pretty amazing because it's all the things you have already been subjected to. So if you have animals or pets or cats, dogs, all of the things, then they can be there and they're fine. One of my I always call them my very favorite. One of my very favorite births. I have my
Only like 78 of them.
like my clients are always like, you say that about all of your births. She was pushing. Do you remember she got out of the tub? You were there. She was pushing on the floor and her dog came and like laid his head right there where the baby's head was coming out. And I remember her mom looked at me.
Super nosy.
Oh. This dog was like, I'm delivering this baby.
All of
He was
his
like,
business.
You look unqualified. You ain't doing
I love when
anything.
little doggies get involved. I just recently had that client with their cute miniature greyhound, and he like stood on his hind legs. I just loved him so much. He was such a good little doula dog.
But yeah, this little dog like had its little head, and in all the birth photos, you see this mom crowning, and like a foot away, this little dog. And I remember her mom looking at us, and being like, "We're fine."
The dog's clearly delivering this baby.
Yeah.
It's fine. Clearly qualified.
It was super cute. Like, what's going to happen? Our job is to be sterile and create a sterile environment. And the only times we would be really concerned about sterility would be like if we were actually suturing or doing something that with open skin. And we know all those protocols as CPMs. Because birth is messy, right? But our job, I think, as midwives is to
Confine.
yes. So how do we
We corral the mess.
Corral.
corral?
Keep it in the
We do. We
line.
kind of corral like the towels
Yes.
and
Chuck's pads.
Mhm.
Love Chuck's
We are like
pads.
the hocus pocus witches right now.
We are. I would be Sarah Jessica Parker.
I'm gonna be the crazy one with Aaron.
Am I Beth Midler?
Maybe.
Are you gonna
You're in
bring the
charge.
vacuum?
The magical vacuum.
Magic bag.
That would be something we would use to clean up But what kind of
I don't
tools?
know that I've ever pulled out a vacuum. I've definitely pulled out Clorox wipes and wiped stuff.
What for real, like legit, like serious, like what things do women have in birth kits and that we bring that keep the
Chuck's pads.
Lots and lots of
If you watched our supply video about what to have at your birth, also talked about Chuck's pads.
I use them too.
I will use every single
Yeah.
one. I'm like, you might as well just
Use
buy
them.
another pack because I'm going to use all
Yeah.
of your Chuck's pads.
Chuck's pads are amazing. They
really
absorb. They're
are.
so
They're
absorbent.
So absorbent.
So absorbent.
peroxide.
Lots of peroxide.
Make sure there's
It was
peroxide
fine.
in the house.
Peroxide's a
You'll
good
be
thing.
Peroxide is
It's
miracle.
like magic.
It is magic.
It's like our little potion. It bubbles and then it goes
does
away.
It's a potion! Like, honestly, that's my favorite part because I'm OCD, so I love cleaning up at a birth.
She does. As her student for X amount of years, definitely, like, she had some joy, like, some serious, like, sparkle in her eye about cleaning up. I
love
feel it.
because you can't even tell
A birth just happened.
what
It is
happens.
Cool. It is cool.
As midwives, we generally are like doing dishes and laundry and taking out trash and making sure the mom's cleaned up and fed, and that's really what postpartum
You
is.
usually can hardly tell that a birth took place.
Oh, for sure.
By the time we're
if
done.
they weren't holding a baby in their arms,
Totally.
like we already know like the tips and tricks and all, because all we want is now that baby's here and all is well and you are safe, we want you just hanging out with that newborn baby. We don't want you to have to worry about a single solitary other thing. Whereas I think in the hospital, it's chaos and people running in and out and needing you to move rooms and it's a lot. Whereas at home, we want to get you cozy in your bed so that we can like go out and just clean chart and be out of your hair. Like we don't want to interrupt that
Bonding.
to us, that bonding, and that first hour especially is just so beneficial and crucial. Is home birth messy?
Sometimes.
Yes. But you know
A little
what? There are a lot of things in life that are super messy.
Like parenting.
Like the flu. I was thinking the flu.
Parenting's messy. Have you ever parented a small child? Yes, you have. 6. So do you remember how messy that was? Like you sometimes get pooped
No,
on.
I've blocked it out. I have
You
PTSD.
sometimes PTSD. Stop it. You sometimes get pooped on and stuff.
Pooped on, peed on, puked on.
I can't deal with puke.
One of my favorite births. It was this cute gal, and she got at the end of her bed, and she was pushing, and she got into this squat, and her water bag was like super bulgy. And Tiffany, one of the other midwives here, put down a Chuck's pad on my lap. She was like, "Ooh, this is," because I was just sitting there.
Lap pad.
However, what that created for the amniotic fluid
Yes, I know this story.
was a ramp of sorts. And so the amniotic bag eventually ruptured and goes up into my face. And I'm here to tell the tale. That was like 10 years ago, and I'm doing fine. I feel like
She
it
hasn't
was,
contracted anything, so that's a real positive.
it was like my vaccine. That's all. But it's a funny story. Now we kind of laugh about it, like ha ha ha.
Ooh, your one client vomited on me, and that really, like, I had a moment where I was like, "Oh my God, don't puke, Tori, don't puke!" And I just yelled for Sherry. I was like, "Sherry, get over here!"
Yeah. I remember with my second labor, my own second labor, I remember I always get sick, and my sister-in-law brought one of those little kidney dishes up to me, and she's like, "Oh, you're feeling sick? Here." And I went, "Blah," and it just went blah all over her, and I was like, "Sorry." And now we're super close. It like brought us together.
That's great.
So hopefully that answered some questions about whether birth is messy. It is, but that's why you have a birth team that's there to kind of confine, corral, whatever word you want to use, to keep things a little bit more sterile and less messy so that it doesn't affect you and your baby. If you like that video and you found it informative, share it with someone who you think might find it informative, as well as like, subscribe, ring the bell, and we look forward to seeing you in next week's video. Right?
That's like a special set of skills.
Mm-hmm.
Do I have a special set of skills?
Do
Do I have a special set of skills? I'm like, ha ha ha!
Ew, one time my ponytail dipped in an afterbirth tub.
Oh.